Welcome to today's deep dive. So, imagine dropping a sleek, cherry red Ferrari body over like a sputtering lawnmower engine.
Yeah, sure. It looks fast sitting in your driveway.
Right. But the second you turn the key, the whole illusion just sort of shatters.
Exactly.
And then that's our mission today. We are unpacking this idea of rakish charm based on the article we are discussing and looking at why magnetic style completely fails if you don't have the magnetic behavior to back it up.
Well, that mismatch it's exactly what happens when someone tries to wear an attitude they just haven't earned yet.
Yeah, the engine matters infinitely more than the paint job.
Totally. And to really get rakish charm, you kind of have to look at the historical definition that the article brings up. The word rake actually comes from 17th century English society.
Oh, wow. That far back.
Yeah, and it wasn't about just being a reckless villain or anything. Like, take historical figures like John Wilmot. He was the Earl of Rochester. Or even literary characters like the Libertine Dormant. They are remembered because they actually possessed an incredibly high social IQ.
Oh, so it's not just about acting out.
Right, exactly. Wilma wasn't just a rogue. He knew precisely which aristocratic rules he could break at court without, actually getting exiled.
So it's not brute rebellion at all. It's like calculated.
Highly calculated, yeah.
To break the rules smoothly, you have to prove you've mastered them first. It's kind of like a jazz musician,
That's
right?
a good way to put it.
Like, they have to master classical scales before they can successfully improvise. It's like showing up to a black tie event in this flawless tuxedo, but then you purposefully leave the bow tie undone at the end of the night.
Right, just to signal you don't take the formality too seriously.
Exactly.
That is the mechanism perfectly. It's this playful confidence and, well, nonchalant composure.
Right. Nonchalant is the perfect word.
A truly rakish person understands the social norms of the room instantly, which gives them the freedom to bend those norms without making anyone uncomfortable.
Okay, but let me push back a little here to play devil's advocate.
Sure, go for it.
If I'm trying to upgrade my presence, couldn't I just, throw on the bold clothes to sort of fake my way into feeling that confidence?
Put on the velvet jacket and hope for the best.
Yeah, like let the swagger naturally follow the outfit.
It's tempting. We all want that quick fix.
Obviously.
But it rarely convinces anyone. The article we are discussing actually calls this the aesthetics doctrine.
The aesthetics doctrine. Okay.
Yeah, and it basically argues that your identity and your behavior, they have to precede the wardrobe.
So the engine has to be there before the paint job.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
If you lack that conversational ease, that internal rakish behavior, dressing loudly doesn't magically give you swagger.
Right. It just looks off.
Yeah. It results in what the article terms aesthetic mimicry. You basically end up looking like you're wearing a try-hard costume.
Aesthetic mimicry. So it's basically wearing the outfit of the guy you wish you were.
Exactly that.
But if the behavior has to come first, how do you actually use the clothes to your advantage once you do have that confidence? Without crossing the line into looking like a clown.
Well, that's when the clothing shifts from being a disguise to, like, a visual amplifier.
Okay, a visual amplifier. I like that.
Because when your attitude aligns with your style, you can actually pull off those specific visual signals the article we are discussing highlights.
Like the rich burgundies and emerald greens.
Yeah. Or the really expressive tailoring. You can casually mix, say, a rugged leather jacket with beautifully tailored trousers.
Or wear a bold paisley pocket square.
Right, and it just looks entirely natural.
Because it's calculated imperfection. You see this constantly with modern designers, like Tom Ford.
Oh, absolutely. Tom Ford is a great example.
His work is all about that rebellious elegance. Those sensual silhouettes only work because they're meant to amplify a confidence that's, already radiating from the wearer.
Exactly. And if you're trying to integrate that energy into your own life, the article we are discussing offers this highly practical and honestly kind of funny warning.
Oh, yeah, the Johnny Depp rule.
Yes. Do not go full Johnny Depp all at once.
Which is probably the best style advice anyone could ever receive, honestly.
It really is. It saves you from that whole costume party effect.
So how do you actually do it then?
The strategy is highly systematic. You start by building a foundation of interchangeable classic clothes.
Right, get the basics down first.
Yeah. Then, as your comfort and your social presence grow, you slowly pepper in those bold, spicy elements.
Test the waters a bit.
Exactly. You test it in the real world. You wear a bold, patterned waistcoat, get feedback from the room, and iterate based on whether your demeanor actually supported the look.
So it requires deep self-awareness. You basically have to tune that internal lawnmower engine until it roars like a sports car, long before you ever paint the racing stripes on the hood.
That's it, exactly. Style is communication, but your behavior is the actual signal being broadcast.
Wow, well said. Which brings us to a final question for you to ponder as we wrap up this deep dive.
Something to chew on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If rakish clothing is ultimately meant to amplify a confident, slightly rebellious spirit, what hidden facet of your own personality is your current everyday wardrobe completely failing to express?
That is the real question.
Are you driving around with a sports car engine trapped inside a beige minivan?